Okay, so what are we doing? Not too much. Let's make sure everything's working. Let's go. Hmm. Okay. We'll go back over here. Hmm. What is something we can install and check out? Um, I think what we'll do. Let's go here. Go Pi apps, and we'll see if there's anything cool on here today. Let's bring that over there. Let's go. Um, who doesn't want to download more RAM? So the only thing about Steam Link I don't like on the Pi 4 with the Bullseye is we are unable to actually run it. I actually have it. Oh, maybe I don't have it installed. Let's go ahead and install it, and I'll show you what I mean. This is one thing I do not like about the new Steam Link. Like, we could install it the other way, but this just makes things quick through Pi apps. Anyone that hasn't checked it out, it is on GitHub there. So if we go over here, we'll go to games, go to Steam Link, and X11 is not supported on this version of Raspbian. So that was kind of disappointing, but not the end of the world, that's for sure. So I'm just going to go down and uninstall it now. Oh, more coffee. Come on. See if there's any cool games. Not really. Any updates? Yeah, sure. We'll get things up to date here. See if anything else changes. Kira. Well, that's interesting. The delay from my stream to Twitch is quite a bit. Anyways, that is what it is, but I'll have to play around with a little bit more streaming more. A lot of people were asking me how you actually stream on the Raspberry Pi, and that's just going to restream.io, and on restream.io you're actually able to stream directly from your Raspberry Pi. So if we go in here, we don't care about you. Go here, we'll let that load up. It should take us to the studio here. You can definitely see up here CPU usage in the top corner here, and here is my RAM usage. I don't have a mic or anything plugged into it at the moment here because my Raspberry Pi is actually behind the wall here. So that way all the fan noise and that I could actually keep it down in here, so that way we're not fighting with fans, and I don't really need to have a headset on and do too much filtering when it comes to the audio setup, because I've now isolated most of my sound. It's just a short stream tonight, but I just wanted to show you this here. And let's go to here. And this is what that studio looks like. I had people ask me about streaming on the Raspberry Pi. Can you do it? You know, things like that. And you most certainly can. I've done a video on this in the past, and it's actually really good. This is the actual free version, though. You're doing a web browser based streaming, right? So if you try it and you like it, I would definitely go with the Get Pro. This way you're not actually, you could actually run a lot more when it comes to Raspberry Pis versus your PC, and you're cutting that power consumption down as well. So this is exactly what you would see here, and you do have options for when it comes to your camera locating. So like this one layout here, this would be the layout that I would be using right now. I definitely see nobody's watching right now, but hey, that's okay. I'm just going to carry on talking to myself on here till someone listens. Eventually someone will. But I'll only be on here for a little bit longer. This is just to get in the habit of getting home from work, having something to eat, popping back down to the office here, and doing a few things on the Raspberry Pi and a few of my projects that I'll be working on. Now, I do have a green screen behind me today. That's because it is hiding another project. So you cannot see the giant Raspberry Pi on the wall tonight, but maybe next time I will have that all set up. I just want to quickly check if there's any updates. Ooh. So when it comes to operating system Bullseye, I'm not a fan of it yet. I might go back to Buster. I really haven't done too much on Bullseye because I was a little bit disappointed in it. So I just really didn't bother with it because things weren't working. Whereas I've spent so much time with Buster getting that working perfectly, fine, to the point where it runs better than my actual computers. And it was just a dream. Like, I never turned on my computer unless it was to do a little bit of editing, stuff like that, versus the Raspberry Pi where I'd constantly have that all up and running. But now, not so much. Like fritzing, I just installed that actually this morning before I went to work, because I thought maybe I'll jump on it later tonight and play around a little bit. But yeah, there is really not much installed on here. That is for sure. I don't even have any decent games or even any ROMs on it right now. But hey. I think I can go. Can I actually? Oh yeah, I can go like that. Okay. So if I go back here and okay, so I can go that way. So what do we want to do? Is Octoprint working? I forget what the IP address of my other Raspberry Pi was. I wonder if I can actually go here. Demo board. I don't think this is going to work. Well, maybe it will. No, it actually did. Interesting. Huh. So if you've ever seen my Raspberry Pi with the green LED fan board on it, that's what I'm on right now. It's my demo board. It's got my Raspberry Pi as well as the breakout board and an Arduino Uno attached to the board. I definitely think, right here is a good example of the temperature difference here. That's 5-degree difference at most of the time. And the funny thing is, they're both sitting right beside each other in the same cabinet. And yeah, I'm actually quite amazed of how much more air the one board does. Even though the Argon 40, I do love the fact that, you have the M.2 board on it, as well as, the fan in that, but and the aluminum casing, and it looks really, really nice. But is it the best you can do? Not really. But to me, having a nice, cool Raspberry Pi is gonna just make it last a lot longer. Yeah, so I'm gonna close that one out. That's good to know that we could actually get on there. So if I went to this one here, you'd be able to see my other computer, but that's what that is. All right. Yeah, I got nothing I'm really working on right now, besides what's behind me here. Yeah, I might just call it a night here, and we'll try again on Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and maybe I'll start at 7 o'clock, maybe a bit earlier, just to get it going and play around with my settings some more. Today is just a learning kind of experience when it comes to getting everything streaming and working together. So if anyone's around, thanks for stopping by. But if not, yeah, everyone have a wonderful day, a wonderful week,